YouTube, how we doing? It's Wiggles here, back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be doing a breakdown of the newest gun added to Call of Duty Mobile, and that, of course, is going to be the SMG, the pp19 Bison. Now, with the Battle Pass kind of review video, I did kind of show off a little bit of a loadout while I was still kind of tinkering with the gun to kind of find a really good loadout for it. With that being said, too, they did just release a kind of a little patch slash update. So they did change the 30-round OTM mag that was for this gun to actually what is now called the large caliber ammo A mag. And so it still has the 64 rounds, but it maintains basically that 4 to 5 shot kill damage potential up to a lot further distances, as we will see in the shooting range. Now, before we jump into the shooting range and kind of do a little bit of a breakdown of this gun, please drop a like and subscribe. Help us on that goal to 250 plus subscribers. Let's jump into some firing range. So here we are in the firing range, and as you can tell, it does 26 to the chest, legs, hands, 31 to the head. Now, this is with the large caliber ammo mag. As you can tell, it's still going to be a 4-tap to the body at 10. Back it up to 20. Now it's a 5-tap. All the way up to 30. Still a 5-tap even on the hands. And now up to... There it goes. Jesus. Now all the way at this range. Now this is where it's a little different. It becomes a 6-tap now, all the way out to 40 meters. Now, you can actually, if you put the monolithic suppressor on this gun with the large caliber and the marksman barrel, you can still 5-tap up to 40 meters. And just to show you a difference, so we were 5-tapping, wait, 4 or 5-tapping? We were 5-tapping at 30 meters. Just to show you a difference. So... Now, the difference between that loadout and this loadout is instead of having the large caliber mag, I put on the monolithic suppressor with still the marksman barrel just to kind of give you an idea of just the difference. And as you can tell, with that added extra range, it is still a 5-tap even without the large caliber ammo. And it actually still does a little more damage. Interesting. And we'll be right back in just a second. Alright. I wanted to try something out because it was getting... Okay, so it really actually doesn't make a difference. It's still a 5-tap. Huh. So I'm going to be real honest with you. One of the big things with this gun is, obviously, if you're going for all range, like, this gun really doesn't have super bad BSA for being an SMG, and even then, actually, I'm going to bring it all the way in. And even then, so on this one, I'm running the monolithic, the marksman. Now the stock I'm running is the strike stock, I believe. I'll have to double check. Is the strike stock, which adds 20% movement speed, ADS movement speed, and minus 10 on the ADS time, which in conjunction with the OWC laser tack kind of still keeps it. And of course, it is an SMG, so it is going to fire super, like, its ADS time is going to be really good even without the stippled grip tape. I mean, it's still, ADS is pretty fast. And even with the monolithic and the marksman barrel and having no grip, as you can tell, the recoil on this gun is basically all vertical. It does go a little left and right, but it is really easy to control. One of the big things about this gun that you do have to keep in mind is the fact that when you are ADSing, you can move left and right very quickly. So it is one thing when you are having gunfights and the player's moving, it does get a little easy to actually kind of like overcompensate for your targets. So you will have to get readjusted to that with how fast the ADS strafing speed is on this gun. But as you can tell, like, you really don't... If you're not going to run the monolithic and you wanted to, say, run the granulated to get a little bit better BSA accuracy, or even the stipple to really get some more... to get a little more ADS time, as there is no foregrip for this gun, You will have to remember that it will reduce a little bit of your range, but if you don't want, to, what am I saying? So if you're running large caliber, you won't need the extra little bit of extra range if you're already running the marksman barrel, so you don't need to run the monolithic as well. But if you don't want to run the large caliber, you could still run the monolithic with the marksman barrel and still basically get the same range as the large caliber ammo, which is quite interesting, that it does basically get that much of a damage buff with the barrel, with the monolithic. But like I said, this is a super fun gun. If you haven't got it, you definitely want to get your hands on it. Let's jump into some gameplay. That's enough talking. All right, here we go.
Capture the objectives. We're capturing Alpha. Enemy taking C. We captured Alpha. Enemy has C. Enemy taking B.
Yeah, I saw the guy up top.
Let's go. Let's go.
Flag out.
Let's go. Let's go. Enemy has Bravo. Friendly hunter deployed. Lost the lead. UAV online.
Grenade.
Tango.
Target down.
One thing I will say about... Oh, someone's already got the new legendary.
Hit back up.
Reloading.
One thing I will say that you will notice with this gun, because it has such a large mag, it is so easy to really engage a lot of enemies at, well, unless you get dropped like that, but you can really engage more than 2 or 3 enemies if you're hitting your shots, which is really nice, especially with, people that be running around with like a chopper and crap. Yo. Oh, shit. Sweet. I knew it.
Grenade.
Changing back. Cover me.
Enemy down. Hit back up.
Lost that round. Capture the objectives. Enemy taking A.
Flag.
Enemy has A. We're capturing C. We captured Charlie. We lost the lead. We captured Bravo. Friendly sentry gun deployed.
Oh, shit.
Reloading. Cover me. UAV online. Losing Charlie.
Tango down.
Hostiles have destroyed your sentry gun.
I really fucking hate the chopper.
Target down.
Losing B. Hostile sentry gun in your AO.
Grenade out.
Yeah, we're losing that.
Enemy UAV spotted. Be advised, hostile sentry gun spotted. UAV recon ready for deployment. Hostile sentry gun in your AO. Hunter killer drone deployed. UAV online.
Yep.
We're capturing Bravo. Losing C.
Headshot.
Sentry gun deployed. Pick it up, team. Be advised, hostile hunter killer drone inbound. UAV recon standing by. Repeat, UAV recon is standing by. Hostiles have destroyed your sentry gun. Losing Charlie. Capture B.
Oh, shit.
UAV online.
Yeah, this game. Alright. I mean, it wasn't the best gameplay, but generally speaking, you get an idea and a feel for this gun. This thing is kind of. I put it in a weird spot because, on one hand, I feel like because of the large caliber ammo and the fact, like, the SMGs with this newest season are meant to have a drop off after, I want to say it's 15 to 20 meters. It's supposed to have a damage drop off. But, by the way, this is my loadout that I was using in that game. But at the same time, with having a barrel like the marksman barrel that adds 35% damage range, the monolithic for another 25%. And then, as you could tell, when I was strafing left or right with the skeleton stock, this is the stock I was trying to think of in the firing range, that 20% ADS movement time, it just, you can really reach out and hit people, as it doesn't have a lot of, because it doesn't have a lot of left and horizontal recoil. You can really hit your shots. Now, the thing about it is it's going to be a 4 to 5 tap gun, basically all the way up to 40 meters if you kind of run the loadout like I have. And even without, as we saw in the firing range, even without the large caliber ammo, you could still potentially get a 4 or 5 shot all the way up to 40 meters without even a headshot. I kind of like the large caliber ammo. Now, they did kind of switch it because it used to be called the OTM mag. But at the same time, you really don't need it for this gun, especially if you're more of a much more aggressive player. You can kind of build this thing out to be a lot more ADS time friendly, where obviously you don't even, and that thing about this gun too, with having such a massive magazine. I mean, hell, I think it's crazy the fact that they have the extended mag, which has 20 rounds. Like, that's 84 rounds in this gun, which means you could just sit there and really hold people down like an LMG. Obviously, you're not going to be hitting quite as hard like an LMG. But overall, like, I really like this gun, guys. I think you're going to have a great time. If you liked kind of the way that it was working, granted, like I said, it wasn't the greatest game, but if you liked it, try this loadout for yourself when you get the gun and get it maxed. Until next time, guys, remember, shoot first, shoot last, win your gunfights. Laters!